Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Robert Feeney Field in West Long Branch, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 13 and under football. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's action as the Pope John Lions get set to take on the Shore Blue Devils. Game is almost underway as Pope John will kick off from the 40-yard line. We'll go through rosters for you in just a second. We were racing to get here from the 11U game where the 11U squad defeated the Jackie Robinson Bears in Union, New Jersey by a count of 14-0. Here's the kickoff as the ball goes all the way down into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback for the Blue Devils of Shore. My apologies on the camera work today as far as the feed. We're not able to rotate the camera on Facebook to a horizontal view, which is why we've got this vertical one. So we're going to work with it. Most important thing was being able to get you guys on the air to see the game. So that's what we're doing. Well, spotted at the 20-yard line. First play of the game. Like literally, we just walked into the stadium now. We're at Robert Feeney Field in West Long Branch, New Jersey. 13 and under getting started at about 1:15, so 45 minutes late than the 12:30 time that was supposed to happen, but good for us as we're able to get here for the game. We'll go over rosters for Pope John in just a few minutes. First and 10 from the 20. The Shore Blue Devils starting with the ball first here. Here's a snap, handoff to number 5 is brought down in the backfield for a loss. And that is number 88 with the tackle for Pope John, Jacob Post. Post brings down the running back, and it'll bring back second down. 10-minute quarters here in 13U football for Pop Warner. The Lions 5-0 on the season as they are looking to go 6-0 against a Blue Devil squad from Shore that is hosting here at Shore Regional High School. Here's a snap, handoff to the running back, and brought down with about a gain of a yard for Shore. That'll bring up third down. Here's the roster from Pope John. We'll start off with number 1, Eric Ruiz. Number 2 is Quinn Klevitz. Number 4, Victor Fiore. Number 5 is Colin Bauman. 6 is Lucas Rosinski. Number 7, Tyler Zabriskie. Number 8, Seamus Corcoran. Number 11, Vincent Jessamaria. Number 19, Mark Hedgepeth. Got a penalty on the play. It's against Pope John, so we're gonna move the ball down to about the 33-yard line. So penalty against the Lions, and that will bring up first down for the Shore Blue Devils. Here's the pitch back to the tailback, running towards the near sideline on the right. Number 5 for Shore, and he's brought down by Pope John at about the 36-yard line. Number 88 posted on the tackle again. And so now second down and about 6 to go. Spotting the ball at the 36-yard line of Shore. The Blue Devils in their home blue uniforms with dark blue pants. The blue helmets trimmed by white. They're going left to right on your screen. Pope John in their road white jerseys with blue pants and gold helmets. And they're going right to left. Jacob Post in on the tackle again on the tailback for Shore. He wasn't going anywhere that time. Dropped for a loss down to the 33-yard line. That'll bring up third down. 3rd and 10 from their own 33. Just underway here at Robert Feeney Field in West Long Branch, New Jersey, Shore Regional High School. Here's a snap, handoff and a reverse. So 23 went ahead and gave it to a second tailback, number 4, but the Lions not fooled by that. Michael Morelli, number 72, brings down number 4 for Shore. And so that will force fourth down. A loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 12 for the Blue Devils. Pope John 5-0 in the season. Let's continue with the roster. We'll go 19, Mark Hedgepeth. Number 21, Vincenzo Siliberti. Number 22 is Ryan Johnson. 25, Ryder Javald. 26 is Andrew Jessamaria. 27, Dylan Cocaziello. 28, Nathaniel Capra. 30 is Carter Johnston. 33, Jason Cofrancesco. We'll pick up the roster in just a minute. Quarterback in the shotgun. We got a flag and a play, movement on the line. And I believe that's going to be a false start against Shore. So that will move the ball back 5 yards. So now 4th and 17 from the 25. They have to get to the 42.5 for a first down. Clock running, 6:40 remaining, first quarter. No score between Pope John and Shore Regional High School. Here's a snap, tailback number 4 to the far sideline. He's got room to run, and he's gone. Wow, he turns the corner, and he's off to the end zone. And that will be a 75-yard touchdown run for the Blue Devils. They take a 6-0 lead. So number 4 able to turn the corner and avoid tacklers. And Pope John just didn't have an answer for him on that play. Shore breaks out the one big play on 4th down, and they take a 6-0 lead. The touchdown coming at the 6:14 remaining mark here in the first quarter. 6-0 Shore over Pope John. So the point after attempt. That was a 4th and 17 play. Number 4 for the Blue Devils was able to rush that ball 75 yards and into the end zone. Here's a snap. Quarterback throws back the pass and into the back of the end zone. Receiver makes the catch, and so that is going to make the score 7-0. No, 8-0 because it was a pass. That's right. With Pop Warner rules, if you run in, it's a point. If you throw it, it's 2. If you kick it, it's 2. So the pass play successful for Shore, and that will bring the score to 8-0. 6:14 remaining, first quarter. Pope John will get the ball for the first time. We are at Shore Regional High School in West Long Branch, New Jersey, just on the Jersey Shore. Let's continue with the roster. We left off with number 33, Jason Cofrancesco. Number 42 is Thomas Walton. 52, Aiden Armiger. 55, Aiden DeLivo. 58 is Sutton Fullwood. 72, Michael Morelli. Number 78 is Riley Watts. 79, Emilio Barranco. 88, Jacob Post. 95 is Ryan Watts, the head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 13-0 squad. It's Matt Hoffman. Get the assistant coach roster in just a second. I want to go ahead and acknowledge them as well. Again, as I said, we race down here to get to the 13U game from the 11U in Union. So, of course, I have my page set for 11U, so it'll take me a minute to get to the roster. So, we'll do that in just a minute. Here's the kickoff down to about the 30-yard line. And number 8, Seamus Corcoran, is going to pick it up there at about the 20. So, here we go. I said Matt Hoffman. My apologies. I'm thinking of other names. Matt Emmering is the head coach of 13U for Pope John. Matt Emmering, the head coach. Jack Morelli is assisted by Jason Cofrancesco, Tom Staub, Gene Emmering, and Rich Jessamaria. The league president is Chris Bronco. League VP Dave DiArco. Team mom Kathy Jessamaria. And the Pope John head coach of varsity and director of football operations, Tom Gaston. 1st and 10, Pope John, 13U squad. And a handoff to the running back for Pope John, and he's able to gain about maybe 8 or 9 on the play. I'm going to say 9, so 2nd and 1. So my apologies, Coach Emery. Second one, 5:45 to go. First quarter. Man in motion. Now hand off to number 11, Vincent Jesperan. He brings it down to about the 28, 29 yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2. We got a whistle on the play. We got the tee still on the field at the 40-yard line. So the referees are asking that the coach for sure picks it up, and he does. 3rd and 3 from the 25-yard line. The Lions have to get to the 28. 5:05 remaining, first quarter. Fiore under center. Here's a snap, throw downfield, and the Lion receiver falls down. That's Quinn Clements. And got it incomplete. So now, 4th down. Here's a snap to Corker. He's got a fake punt. Pope John not able to get the first down there. That was Quinn Clements actually in the backfield who took the snap. It was a high snap. Clements ran the ball. No, it was Corker. The Corker gets down to about the 27-yard line. Then unfortunately it's going to be a turnover on down, so Shore will take the ball over. .436 to go, first quarter, 8-0. Shore leads over Pope John. So turnover on downs. First and 10, Blue Devils. And starting at the Pope John 26. His snap, handoff to number 5, cuts to the left, and is brought down there at about the 25, maybe 24-yard line. It'll bring up second down. Second and 6, spotting the ball at the 22. .350 remaining first quarter. Blue Devils to the line. Quarterback under center. Drops back the pass. Fires to the far sideline. Incomplete. And we got a holding call that's going to come down from the referees. They were shouting holding from the sideline, so maybe did they drop the flag on it? Nope. I think the coaches for sure were trying to complain about a possible hold. Don't see any flags on the field, so we'll wait for the referees to signal. Well, they are moving the first down markers, so Well, they're spotting the ball at the 22-yard line. The scoreboard says 1st and 10. So they've moved the marker. So I'm going to assume that there was a penalty on Pope John there for a hold. And that's going to move the ball to the 15 now. 1st and 10 from the 15. Shore has it. Pitch back to number 5. Cuts through the middle to the left now. And brought down by Pope John eventually. That brings up 2nd down. I'm going to say the gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. And now they've adjusted the score to 7-0 on the scoreboard. So the rule in Pop Warner must be if you kick it, it's 2 points. If you go ahead and run or pass it, then it's 1. I had been told by somebody that it had been if you throw it, it's 2. Here's number 22 for the Blue Devils down to the near sideline and is able to get down inside the 10, I believe. So we'll mark the score right now as 7-0. Shore over Pope John. We have an injured player on the field. And so while that's going on, we'll take a timeout. 7-0 Shore over Pope John. 2:30 to go first quarter. We'll be back to Long Branch, New Jersey right after this.
On the younger side, and you're going to play it too? I thought they were when they went 10. I don't know.
Welcome back to Robert Feeney Field in West Long Branch, New Jersey, Shore Regional High School. As Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad taking on the Shore Blue Devils. Mike Formisano along with you calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us. Clocks begin to move again. The injured players off the field hope to be okay. We got a timeout on the field. Shore's going to take it. We'll stay with you. 2:10 remaining in the first quarter. 3rd and 6, ball on 11. Coach Emmering calling his team over to the sidelines. We're middle of the field, about 20-yard line. If you were late joining us, that's fine. I was almost late myself coming down here. We were coming from Union, New Jersey, where the 11U squad for Pope John defeat the Jackie Robinson Bears 14-0, and so 11U is now 4-2 on the season. And so we raced down here to the Shore. There was just enough of a time gap, especially with the delay in games, that we were able to get here just before kickoff. So Shore got the ball to start off the game, and on a 4th down play, Pope John had been handling Shore the first few plays, and then on 4th and 17 from the 25-yard line, the running back for the Blue Devils, number 4, takes the ball down the far sideline for a 75-yard touchdown run. And then they get the point after with a completion in the end zone, reception by the wide receiver. And that has made it 7-0. We're 3rd and 6 now with 2:10 remaining first quarter. Shore up to the line. Here's a snap, low snap. It goes directly to number 4. Tries to turn the corner. Got one man to beat. That's Jesse Maria, and he does. He reaches for the pylon, but the ball goes out of bounds. He lost possession, and they're going to say he stepped out right around the line of scrimmage. So the ball coming back to the referee there, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So the effort by the running back for Shore already has a touchdown on his resume for today. Couldn't turn the corner and hold possession of the ball. And so that's going to bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils. Did gain some positive yardage on it. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 6-yard line. So 4th and 1. Oh, the Blue Devils up to the line. 4th of the yard to go from the 6. Quarterback under center. Handoff to number 5, who reaches the end zone in the far corner. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And so Shore goes up 13-0. 2 4th down runs by the Blue Devils has given them a 13-0 lead. One from 75 yards out, and this one a much shorter distance, 6 yards. 13-0, Shore leads the Pope John Junior Lions with 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Shore is attempting the point after. Oh, the Blue Devils come to the line from the hash mark at the 3. Quarterback is under center, one man in the backfield. That's number 11. 22 drops back the pass, and it is incomplete. It hits the turf before it gets to the receiver. So the point after attempt by Shore this time is no good. And that makes the score 13-0. The Blue Devils lead over Pope John. 1:34 remaining. First quarter. Pope John has some work to do to get back into this one. So the ball is placed at the 40-yard line as Shore will kick it away to the Pope John Lions. 1:34 to go, first quarter. 13-0, the Blue Devils leading the Lions. Pope John looking to continue their unbeaten season. They are 5-0, and that is in clear jeopardy right now. Kick goes out of bounds, and so Pope John will take over. Let's see where the referee spot the ball. Flag down on the turf, so I want to make sure that with Pop did call it a penalty if the ball went out of bounds. And it looks like they will. They'll spot the ball at the Pope John 35-yard line. The offense on the field. Victor Fiore, the quarterback, going under center. He's in the shotgun. Late substitutions in, number 79, Emilio Barranco in for the Lions. He's on the line. And Pope John has cut the lead. It's now 13-6. Touchdown Lions. Andrew Jessamaria from the 35-yard line, a 65-yard run. So now the Lions going for the point after. Seamus Corcoran out there to try and boot it through the uprights. Fiore on the hold. Here's a snap, placed down, the kick is up, and it is good. Seamus Corcoran with the point after, and that will be worth 2. So Pope John has cut the lead to 13-8. So as much trouble as Pope John was in initially, being down 13-0, they have turned things around on just one play. From their own 35-yard line, Fiore hands the ball off to Andrew Jessamaria, takes it down the near sideline and all the way to the back of the end zone. 65-yard touchdown run. And Corcoran's 2-point conversion on the kick makes it 13-8. So Corcoran back out to take the kick from their own 40-yard line. Shore's got to be wondering, they had 2 fourth-down touchdown runs, one from 75 yards out, one from 6, saying we built a lead, it's 13-0, and then right away, Pope John smacks back with a touchdown run of their own, a 65-yard scamper for Andrew Jessamaria. Plus the 2-point conversion. It's a 5-point game, so now a touchdown will give Pope John the lead. Here's Corcoran from the 40. High end-over-end kick down to about the 20. It takes a Pope John bounce. Shore receiver takes it. Number 4 is met there, but escapes the tackle from Morelli. Now up the far sideline. He's got one man to beat. And that's Corcoran. Corcoran is able to take him down just before midfield.
What's the Facebook link?
Pope John Athletics - Junior Lions. So Corcoran makes the tackle, and they're going to start out at the 42. No, that's the 46-yard line. The scoreboard's wrong. So, ball spotted at the 46. 1st and 10 Shore with 1:02 remaining in the first quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, we are having video problems from our Facebook feed. They are not accepting us to shoot the game horizontally. I don't know why. I have to turn the device vertical and the camera work from there. So if it looks a little odd, my apologies. I'm not a technical whiz. We do our best. So I said in the 11U game too when it stopped working for us after halftime. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback takes the snap, handoff right through the middle, and is taken down there by the Pope John defense. Trying to get a number on who made that tackle. That was 72, Michael Morelli. So Morelli brings the runner down, and only 1 yard on the rush. 2nd and 9. Now from the 47-yard line. Clock moving. Pope John 5-0 on the year, looking for their 6th consecutive victory. And they trail here as we are wrapping up the first quarter. Quarterback under center. Number 22 takes the snap. Hands off. Number 3. And is met right at the midfield logo. That was number 55, Aiden DeLivo, on the tackle. And that's the end of the first quarter. So, the score, 13-8 Shore. The Blue Devils leading over the Pope John Lions. We'll be back with second quarter action from Robert Feeney High School, or Robert Feeney Field at Shore Regional High School in West Long Branch, New Jersey, right after this. Welcome back to West Long Branch, New Jersey at Robert Feeney Field at Shore Regional High School for Pope John Junior Lion football, 13 and under. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's action as the Lions trail the Shore Blue Devils starting the second quarter, 13-8. Teams now moving in the opposite directions. Shore going right to left, Pope John left to right. Pope John in their white jerseys today with blue trim and blue pants, gold helmets, with the lion on the side. We got a false start against Shore, and that's going to move them back. as we start the second quarter. The Blue Devils lead 13-8. 2 touchdown runs by Shore, one for 75 yards on a 4th and 17 from their own 25. And then a shorter run, a 6-yard run. And that gave the Blue Devils a 13-0 lead. They missed the extra point. And then the first play from scrimmage right after that touchdown, as the handoff goes to the Blue Devils, running back right onto the logo at midfield, brought down there. Number 27 in on the tackle for the Pope John Lions. Dylan Cocoziello. That's going to bring up 4th down. Anyway, Pope John responded right as Shore took a 13-0 lead. Andrew Jessamaria with a 65-yard touchdown run to make the score 13-8. The extra 2 points coming from a 2-point conversion by Seamus Corcoran, booting the ball through the uprights. 9 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Second quarter. 13-8. The Blue Devils leading the Pope John Lions. 4th and 5 from the 49. Shore's going to go for it. Quarterback in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff is a draw play to number 5. Is met in the backfield and dropped for a loss. And that is number 26, Andrew Jessamaria, making the tackle. And that will give Pope John the ball back. So a great defensive effort. Pope John getting burned on the first 2 4th downs that they had. Shore able to score touchdowns on both of those. Not to be that time. Jessamaria met the tailback in the backfield and dropped him way before the first down marker. So 1st and 10 from the 49 of Shore. Pope John with the ball. Lions going left to right. Victor Fiore in a shotgun. 1 man in the backfield. It's Vincent Jessamaria. And we've got a whistle. And the referee's calling a penalty. I think it's going to be against Shore. We'll get confirmation on that. The referee pointing at the defensive back for... Nope, they're going to call it a false start penalty against Pope John. So I saw the initial reaction by the side judge or sideline against a Shore player. So I was thinking maybe it was encroachment, but penalty is a false start against Pope John. 5 yards back, so 1st and 15 from the 46 of Pope John. Here's the handoff to number 42, Thomas Walton. Walton gets past a couple defenders, still on his feet, trying to get back to the line, the original line of scrimmage, which is the 49, and does not make it. But he gains a couple of yards on the play, and we'll see where the referees spot the ball. So that'll bring up 2nd down. He gave him 2. So 2nd and 13. Ball spotted at the 48 of Pope John. Walton out to the side. Jessamaria, the tailback behind Fiore using the shotgun. Walton in motion. Here's a snap. Handoff to Jessamaria. Cuts to the left. Pass. Defenders. He's still on his feet and is brought down at about the 22-yard line. They had to grab his jersey to try and bring down Jessamaria. He barrels his way down the field and into Shore territory. It's 1st down for Pope John. We'll see where they spot the ball. 1st and 10. Marking at the 23. Less than 8 minutes remain. First half. 13-8. Shore leading Pope John, but the Lions are on the march. Fiore in the shotgun again. Here's Walton, near the far sideline. Fiore takes a snap. Downfield. Incomplete. Number 30, Carter Johnston, was the intended receiver. Ball hits the turf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A good play by Pope John there on 1st and 10. You've already had a big gainer from Jessamaria. You're in Shore territory. Why not try the home run pass into the end zone? But alas, it was incomplete, and so now 2nd and 10 from the 23. Andrew Jessamaria in the backfield. Corcoran the wide out to the near sideline. Fiore in the shotgun again. Takes the snap. Drops back. Fires to the near sideline to Corcoran. Touchdown, Lions! Seamus Corcoran with the 23-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions take the lead, 14-13, over the Shore Blue Devils. So Fiore with a beautiful pass to Corcoran in the back of the end zone. Seamus makes the reception. And Pope John is taking a 14-13 lead with 7:27 to go in the second quarter. Now Corcoran out to try the point after. Will be a 2-point attempt. According to Pop Warner rules, if you kick it through, it's 2 points. Fiore with the hold. Corcoran with the kick. It's up, and it is good. So Corcoran hits the point after. Award him 2. And it's 16-13 Pope John over the Shore Blue Devils. So a 65-yard touchdown run by Andrew Jesamaria. And a 23-yard touchdown reception from Victor Fiore to Seamus Corcoran. And the Pope John Lions have gained the lead, 16-13 over the Shore Blue Devils. Coach Emmering has to be very pleased to see his team be able to come back from a 2-touchdown deficit so quickly before the end of the first half. Corcoran setting up at the 40-yard line. 7:27 to go, first half. Pope John leads 16-13. Here's the kick by Corcoran. It's an onside kick, and Shore recovers at their own 48-yard line. Number 15 jumping on the ball for the Blue Devils and making sure that Pope John's not able to recover. A little bit of trickery by Coach Emmering, and the Pope John Lions did not pay off there, but Shore gets the ball still in their own territory. 1st and 10 from their own 48. The Blue Devils, who were spotted a 13-point lead, it has eradicated, and Pope John leads now 16-13. Blue Devils back on offense. Pope John with 4 men on the line. Michael Morelli, number 72. Number 78 is Riley Watts. Number 55, Aiden Delivo. And trying to get the other number there. I think it's number 42, Thomas Walton. Number 52, Aiden Arminger out there for the Pope John Lions as well. And that's your defensive front. Trying to get the linebackers later. Delivo's actually in the linebacker position. Here's a snap, handoff to the tailback, and he is met in the backfield. Michael Morelli just throws him down. Tossed aside like a rag doll, and Morelli making the tackle. Drops the tailback for Shore for a loss. 2nd and 12. Ball now at the 45-yard line. I'm going to say the 46 on the scoreboard, but I've been a little inaccurate throughout most of the game, so we will try and go with our own eyes. I see the ball at the 45. Shore has to get to the Pope John 42 for a first. 6.5 minutes to go. Clock moving. Quarterback under center. Man in motion's number 4. Hand off to the tailback, number 11, and he brings it back to close to the 50-yard line on the logo and brought down there. 3rd down for Shore. Ball spotted at the 48. Substitutions in for Pope John. Substitutions out, number 95, Ryan Watts motoring off the field. Number 5 out there, Colin Bauman on the line now, along with number 27, Dylan Cocaziello. Corcoran's out there, number 8, along with Morelli, 72. DeLivo, 55, along with number 28, Nathaniel Capra in the secondary. Run play up the middle from Shore, and they get across the 50, but not much after that. Cocaziello in on the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th down. 5:23 in running. 4th and 6 from the Pope John 48. Got to get to the 42. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 5:19 remaining, second quarter. Pope John leads over Shore 16-13. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Robert Feeney Field at Shore Regional High School in West Long Branch, New Jersey. For Pope John Junior Lion football, 13 and under. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's action. Thanks so much for joining us on this perfect October afternoon. It's going to be about 65, maybe 70 degrees. We're getting the wind off of the ocean from the Jersey Shore because we're down in West Long Branch. Beautiful day, perfect football weather. And you got to be happy with the results so far for the Lions as they've turned a 13-0 deficit to a 16-13 lead. 4th down, and here's a running back right up the middle. He's got a roll, and he's got room to run, and there he goes into the end zone. Touchdown. Number 4 was able to find a hole. His second touchdown of the game, this one coming from 48 yards out. And Pope John getting burned for the 3rd time today on 4th down. So this has turned into quite the seesaw affair. 19-16, Shore is taking the lead with a 5:05 remaining. So now they'll go for the extra point. We'll see what they do. If they go for 1 point, go for 2. A single point would give them a 4-point lead, so Pope John couldn't tie it on just a field goal. Shore's up to the line. Quarterback is under center, so they're going to go for 1. Here's a snap, 22, handoff to 5. And he runs right into the end zone, past the goal line. Point after is good. And that'll make it 20-16. The Shore Blue Devils leading the Pope John Lions. Touchdown runs of 75 and 48 for number 4. And then the second touchdown was from 6 yards out. I don't believe it was number 4. I don't remember who it was. But 3 touchdown runs for Shore have given them a 20-16 lead. Back and forth game here in West Long Branch. Pope John trying to hold on to their 5-0 unbeaten record. Make it 6-0. But again, they have work to do. So Shore back out on the field. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line for the kick. Late substitutions in. Number 25, Ryder Gervald, along with number 19, Mark Hedgepeth. Here's the kick. End over end, down to about the 30. It's off the hands of DeLivo, and Pope John's going to play it. And so Quentin Klebitz just falls on it. Smart thing to do and make sure that Pope John will retain possession. So Klebitz on it at the 18-yard line, and that's where Pope John will start from with 4:59 remaining in the second quarter. First and 10 from the 18. Fiore in the shotgun, Jessa Maria, Andrew in the backfield. Walton in motion. Here's the snap, Fiore, back to pass. Out to number 42, Thomas Walton. He makes the catch and brings it down to about the 27-yard line. So a gain of 9. And the referee's going to push it back about a yard, so they'll make it an 8-yard reception by Walton. 2nd and 2 from the 26. Fiore in shotgun again. Walton in motion. Take the hand off to Walton, and they give it to Jessa Maria. Andrew Jessa Maria to the near sidelines. He gets down to about the 27. Good for 1 yard, but they still need one more. 3rd and 1 from the 27. We got a timeout on the field, an injured player for sure. That's number 11. He's back on his feet, so that's good to see. So 3rd and 1 from the 27. Clock down to 4:09 remaining, 2nd quarter. Number 11 finally helped off the field by the coaches, and that's good to see. So when play resumes, it'll be 3rd and 1. From 27, they need to get to the 28, Pope John does. Fiore in the shotgun. No, he's now under center. He runs back up at the center for the first time today. Hands off to DeLivo. Hayden DeLivo through the middle and to the 30-yard line. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. First down, Pope John. No dust on the field. It's a turf field. More and more, you see these high schools and middle school fields are becoming turf. It's good for the upkeep. Sure, football players enjoy playing on the grass. I know he did back in the day. Here's a hand up to Jessa Maria to the left. Now up the middle. Still on his feet and brought down at about the 43-yard line. Andrew Jessa Maria taking care of business. 13-yard run and another Pope John first down. Clock running. 3:25. Well, they've stopped it for first down, so Pope John up to the line. 2nd quarter, Shore leads over Pope John, 20-16. Fiore back in the shotgun. Walton in motion from right to left. High snap. And gives it to Vincent Jessa Maria. And Vincent does just as well as his brother. Gets through the middle. Brings it into Shore territory. So, good run by Vincent there. Down to the 48. 2nd and 1. 2:56 and running. Vincent stays in the backfield. Jessa Maria closer to the line. Andrew Jessa Maria closer to the line. Walton in motion again. Fiore with the snap. Quick handoff to Vincent Jessa Maria. They were coming. And Jessa Maria got the ball before the defensive lineman was right on him. He still goes forward. He does only get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe actually lost a yard on the play, so it's at the 49 now. 3rd and 2. Pope John has to get to the 47. 2:14 remaining, first half. Fiore is in shotgun. Now back under center. Hand off to DeLivo. Aiden DeLivo on his feet. Going through the middle. And brought down after a first down and then some. Pope John, another first down. Clock continues to run. And Pope John on the move. Timeout. Pope John will take one as well. 1 minute, 57 seconds remaining. 2nd quarter. Shore leads Pope John. The Wildcats will have a 1st and 10 when we come back. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Robert Feeney Field at Shore Regional High School in West Long Branch, New Jersey. For Pope John Junior Lion Football, 13 and under, Mike Formisano here, calling today's game. Thanks so much for joining us here in West Long Branch. As the Lions start out 1st and 10 now from the timeout at the Shore 37. Walton in motion. Here's Fiore with the snap. He drops back the pass to Walton, just out of his reach and incomplete. So Walton was cutting towards the sideline, and the throw was a little more towards the first down marker by Fiore. So just out of his reach, maybe about a yard. 2nd and 10. 1:54 to go, first half. Ball's at the 37-yard line. I don't know what Corcoran's range would be, but that would be a long kick. 54 yards if he kicked it from here. Here's the snap to Fiore. Fiore drops back, cuts to his left. Still in the pocket, throws downfield. Incomplete. Shore defensive back got his hand on it just before the ball went into the waiting hands of Thomas Walton. 3rd and 10. Good defensive play by the Blue Devils. That brings up 3rd and 10. Minute 46 to go. 2 timeouts left for Pope John, 1 for Shore. The Blue Devils leading by 4, 20-16. Minute 46 remaining, 2nd quarter. Late substitution. Vincent Jessamari into the backfield for Seamus Corcoran. Fiore in the shotgun again. Walton in motion. Here's a snap. Hand off to Andrew Jessamari. Cuts to the left. Jessamari towards the sidelines. To the 20, the 15. 10-5 and brought out of bounds in the red zone. Pope John first down. Andrew Jessamari. And the Lions knocking on the door. One minute, 35 seconds remaining. Plenty of time now for Pope John. Try and get the ball into the end zone. We got a flag on the play, and I'll tell you what. Penalties against Pope John, and that's going to negate the run. So the ball comes all the way back to the 47-yard line. A devastating penalty against Pope John. Instead of 1st and goal to go, they're now spotting the ball at the 46. Penalty against Pope John, and we'll replay 3rd down. 3rd and 20 for the Lions. A killer penalty. Fiore in the shotgun. Walton in motion. Fiore drops back the pass. Short pass, incomplete. It was intended for Carter Johnston, number 30, so that'll bring up 4th down, and it looks like the Lions, not much choice. They're going to have to go for it. They are way out of any kind of field goal range. Corcoran raising his leg there. I think he wants to try it. No, they're going to drop him back for a punt. So Corcoran's going to punt it away. Standing at his own 44-yard line. Takes the snap, and he boots it high up in the air, end over end. And it takes a Shore bounce, and before it goes any further, Pope John will stop the ball there. So at about the 30, minute 23 remaining, 2nd quarter, and Shore will take over. So Pope John, usually a very disciplined team. Penalties have not hurt them much throughout the season. And that was a killer right there. We'll see how they rebound from it. Blue Devils up to the line. 1st and 10 from their own 27. 1 minute, 23 ticks remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's a snap, handoff to the far side. Tailback brought down after a gain of a couple. That's number 35 for the Blue Devils. Clock runs. Minute 8 and counting. 2nd and 6. They're going to give him a gain of 4 on the play. From the 31-yard line now. We got a timeout on the field. Coach Evering calling time. We're going to take one as well. 53.1 seconds remaining. Second quarter. Shore leads Pope John 20-16. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Robert E. Feeney Field in West Long Branch, New Jersey. It's Shore Regional High School. Pope John Junior Lion football, 13 and under. Mike Formasano here calling today's action. Thank you very much for joining us on this first day in October. It is gorgeous outside. 70 degrees, maybe 75, but a cool breeze off the ocean right here on the Jersey Shore. 2nd and 6. Shore with the ball from their own 31-yard line, leading by 4 over Pope John, 20-16. 3 rushing touchdowns by the Blue Devils, all on 4th down. Here's the pass down the field, intercepted by Vincent Jessamaria. And Pope John has new life in this first half. So Jessamaria with the pick, and Pope John is going to start in plus territory. 48.9 seconds to go. An ill-advised throw by the Shore quarterback. Just chucked it up in the air, and Vincent Jessamaria setting under it like a pop fly in baseball. He's able to make the catch, get the turnover, the interception, and Pope John takes over. From the 40-yard line, they got 40 yards to go for pay dirt. Fiore in the shotgun. Andrew Jessamaria in the backfield. Corcoran on a wideout to the near sideline. Fiore throws back Jessamaria to his left. Here's Fiore in the shotgun. Throw down the field to Corcoran. He makes the catch. Seamus Corcoran. Touchdown Lions. A 40-yard touchdown reception by Seamus Corcoran. And the Pope John Lions take a 22-20 lead. So Fiore to Corcoran for the second time today. And Pope John now in front before the end of the first half. 39 seconds remaining, 22-20. Pope John over Shore Blue Devils. Now Corcoran going for the 2-point extra conversion. Here's a snap to Fiore, placed down, the kick is up, it is good. Corcoran nails it through the uprights. And it's now 24-20, Pope John over Shore. And what a deadly weapon Seamus Corcoran is. Not only able to play wide out and make those receptions off of bombs from Victor Fiore, he's able to kick and consistently kick and put it through the uprights. And that has been a big, big plus for Pope John. Hey, it's 3 touchdowns and 3 touchdowns. And you're talking about Shore was able to only convert 2 extra points. They missed on 1. Meanwhile, Corcoran has hit 3 extra points and has turned what could have easily been just 21-20. It's turned it into 24-20. It's an extra field goal just by making those kicks. And that's if Pope John had scored the 3 extra points anyway. Say if they miss, then it's 6 points. It's a full touchdown. So having a kicker at this age where you get 2 points off a kick for a point after touchdown, huge, huge. And on top of that, he kicks off as well. Gets the ball all the way down the field. And here's one from the 40. It's going to be a shallow kick. And the runner goes right past Michael Morelli. Morelli was able to slap his helmet as he went by. And the runner goes out of bounds. 36.2 seconds to go. Pope John leads 24-20. We are at Robert Feeney Field in West Long Branch, New Jersey. Back and forth game between Pope John and Shore Regional School, Middle School. They're not a high school, so it's the Shore Blue Devils. They're playing at the regional high school, but it's not a high school team. This is 13 and under. The Blue Devils with the ball at their own 39. 36.2 seconds to go. Second quarter. Blue Devils up to the line. Quarterback under center, man in motion. Here's the snap, handoff to the tailback. He's bent right at the line and brought down. Aiden DeLivo with the tackle. And the clock continues to run, so it's 2nd and 10. I think Shore's going to let it wind down. They're not rushing. They've only got one timeout. I don't think they're going to try and get off. Maybe in another play, but maybe not. Still in the huddle. Clock down to 10 seconds. I think they're just going to let it run off. And it'll be the half. 5 seconds remain. Pope John players heading to the sidelines, and they stop it with 3.9 seconds to go. So now a timeout with 3.9. So we'll see what Shore does. Timeout, we'll stay with you. Pope John leading 24-20 over Shore. 2nd and 10 from their own 39 when we come back. And again, this game has had a lot of intrigue. You've got 3 touchdowns from Shore, all on fourth down runs. One from 75 yards out. Another one from just almost as much. I'm trying to remember exactly. I don't have stats in front of me. So, and then a 60-yard TD run. But Pope John answering 2 touchdown passes from Victor Fiore to Seamus Corcoran. And then also a touchdown by Andrew Jessamaria. An interception by Vincent Jessamaria. Seamus Corcoran with 3 extra points for 2 points each. Quarterback takes a knee for Shore, and that's the end of the first half. So we're at halftime here from Robert Feeney Field, Shore Regional High School, West Long Branch, New Jersey. The Pope John Lions in a back-and-forth game with the Shore Blue Devils. Pope John leads 24-20. We'll start up a new stream after halftime. But please come back for the second half of this one, and we'll be back right after halftime.